Hariom students, all of you are obeying the instructions given by your government for your safety. You practice physical distancing by avoiding unnecessary travel. Always you remember it. Then what is the meaning of Samji saying, try to be good, never mind if you fail. നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ എല്ലാവരോടും പെരുമാറാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. എപ്പോഴും നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ പറ്റിയെന്നിരിക്കുന്നില്ല. ചില സമയങ്ങളിൽ നമുക്ക് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പെരുമാറാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും സംഭവിച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ വിഷമിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമൊന്നുമില്ല. നമ്മൾ കഴിവതും അത് തിരുത്തി നല്ല രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ എല്ലാവരോടും പെരുമാറാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. Okay? Then today we can study another some types of quadrilaterals. Yesterday we studied what is a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram, Tia? In a parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel and the opposite sides are equal also. Then here, first, now we can study rhombus. What is a rhombus? Rhombus is also a parallelogram with sides of equal length is called a rhombus. A parallelogram with sides of equal length is called a rhombus. Here, we know that in a parallelogram the opposite sides are equal, but in a rhombus, the parallelogram with the sides of equal length, all the sides are equal. In a rhombus, this is a rhombus. Here, AD is equal to CD is equal to BC is equal to AB. That is, all the sides are equal. Then, one more property for it. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. What do you mean by diagonal, Devanarayanan? If we join the opposite vertex of a this quadrilateral, then we will get a diagonal. Then here what are the diagonals? AC and BD. Then in a rhombus, if you draw the diagonals, they are perpendicular to each other. Here there are angles. These angles are all 90 degrees. That is, they are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So what is a rhombus? A parallelogram with sides of equal length is called a rhombus. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. And the opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel also. It is the rhombus is a parallelogram. One more property for it is all the sides are equal and the rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Then next is rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram with a right angle. With a right angle means if one angle is right angle, rectangle is a parallelogram. We know that the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So if one angle is 90 degree, then the opposite angle is also 90 degree. Then we also studied that the adjacent angles of a rectangle are supplementary. So if this angle is 90, this angle is also 90. So we say that a rectangle is a parallelogram with a right angle. If one angle is a right angle, then all the angles must be a right angle. Okay, because the rectangle is a parallelogram. So the opposite sides of a parallelogram are opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So if one angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree, and these are the adjacent angles. So if it is one is 90, this is also 90. So all the angles are of 90 degree. Okay. Then one more property for it. In a rectangle, the diagonals are also equal. If we draw the diagonals, here PR is equal to QS. PR is equal to QS. That is, in a rectangle, the diagonals are also equal. So what is a rhombus? Rhombus is a parallelogram with the sides of equal length, and in a rhombus the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Then what is a rectangle? A rectangle is a parallelogram with a right angle. The rhombus and rectangle both are parallelograms with a special property. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, and in a rectangle, all the angles are right angle and the diagonals are equal. That is, here PR is equal to QS. Okay. Next is a square. A rectangle with the sides of equal length is called a square. If the sides of all the sides are equal, this type of rectangle is called a square. Here, ABCD. ABCD is a square. Here, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Then a rectangle sides of equal length is called a square. Then in a square, the diagonals are equal and diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So in a square, what are the properties? The diagonals are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Then all the sides are equal and all the angles are 90 degree. In a square, what are the properties? All the sides of the square are equal and all the angles are also 90 degree. Angle A is equal to 90 degree, angle B is equal to 90 degree, angle C is equal to 90 degree and angle D is equal to 90 degree. And the diagonals are diagonals are equal and they are perpendicular to each other. Here AC is equal to BD and AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is equal to BD and AC is perpendicular to BD. Perpendicular to each other. So a rectangle with sides of equal length is called a square. In a square, the diagonals are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. All the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. All the angles are 90 degree also. Okay. Therefore, here AC is equal to BD. The diagonals are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That is, AC is perpendicular to BD. Okay. Next question. RVND is a rectangle. Its diagonals meet at O. Find x if OR is equal to x plus 4 and OT is equal to 3x plus 1. Then we studied that in a rectangle, the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. Therefore, what is OT and OR are equal. Here, OR is equal to 2x plus 4 and OT is equal to 3x plus 1. The diagonals in a rectangle, the diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. Therefore, we can say that OR is equal to OT. Therefore, OR is equal to OT. Then what is OR here? Therefore, here, Adityan, 2x plus 4 is equal to, OT is equal to 3x plus 1. From this, we can find the value of x. To simplify this, what we do? 2x plus 4 is equal to 3x plus 1. Haridhalakshmi, we transpose this 3x to the LHS and constant a to the RHS. That is equal to 2. By transposing, this to 3x will become minus 3x is equal to 1 minus 4. 2x minus 3x is minus x is equal to minus 3. Then what is x? X is equal to 3. If the LHS and RHS both are negative, we can write the number as positive. Therefore, x is equal to 3. Therefore, here in a REN is a rectangle, diagonals are meet at O. We know that in a rectangle the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. Therefore, all the OT is equal to OR. OR is equal to OT. Here OR is equal to x plus 4 and OT is equal to 3x plus 1. Therefore, 2x minus 3x is equal to 1 minus 4. Then minus x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, what is x? X is equal to 3. Next is consider the following parallelograms. Find the values of the unknowns x, y and z. First question, this first and the second question. Here, can name it as A, B, C, D. Then angle B is equal to 100 degrees given. Then you are asked to find the other x, y and z. Here, this is a parallelogram. We know the properties of parallelogram. Then if angle B is equal to 100 degree, Siddharth, can you say the measure of angle y? Angle D is equal to y. Then what is angle D? Angle D is also, what is the measure of this? Here angle B is 100 degree. Then angle D is the opposite angle of angle B. Then what is the measure of this angle? Then it is equal to, angle Y is equal to 100 degree. Why? Because the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. The opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Parallelogram are equal. Therefore, this angle is equal to, this angle is also angle B is equal to 100 degree. Therefore, this Y is also 100 degree. Then, what are is there any properties we studied for the adjacent angles of a parallelogram? To find the value of A, angle A and angle B are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Then, what is this property? The adjacent angles of a parallelogram. We studied that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore, angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Then we can put that is angle A plus angle B is equal to 100 degree. 100 degree is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle A is equal to 180 minus 100. That is equal to 80 degree. Angle A is equal to 80 degree. Then here, then what is the measure of this angle X? Therefore, angle C is equal to 80 degree. Because angle A and angle C are the opposite angles of a parallelogram. If angle A is, here angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree, because the adjacent angles of the adjacent angles are supplementary. The adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Therefore we can say that angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Then angle A plus 100 degree is equal to 180 degree. Then angle A is equal to 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. Then angle C is equal to 80 degree, because angle A is equal to angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Angle A and angle C are opposite angles of a parallelogram. Therefore, here the opposite angles are equal. So, if angle A is equal to 80 degree, then angle C is 8. Therefore, we find all the values. X is equal to, here Y is equal to 100 degree and X is equal to, angle C is equal to 80 degree. Angle C is equal to X. That is, X is equal to 80 degree. X is equal to 80 degree and angle A is the Z. Therefore, Z is equal to angle A, that is equal to 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. Therefore, what is the value of Y? Here Y is equal to 100 degree, Z is equal to 80 degree and X is equal to 80 degree. Then check whether the opposite angles are equal. Because the opposite angles are equal also. Okay. Then we can do the second problem. Second one, SRPQ. Here, angle Q is equal to 80 degree. Then what is angle is angle S? Angle S is equal to 80 degree. That is, angle S is equal to Z. Therefore, Z is equal to 80 degree. Why? Because they are the opposite angles of a parallelogram. So write in bracket. The reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Therefore, what we can say? Angle Z is equal to 80 degree. Then, what is the measure of angles? Angle P and angle Q are adjacent angles. We already studied that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore, x plus 80 is equal to 180 degree. Then what is x? X is equal to 180 minus 80. That is equal to 100 degree. Therefore, we got Z is equal to 80 degree and x is equal to 100 degree. Then what is the measure of y? Therefore, angle R and angle P are opposite angles of the parallel. Therefore, y is equal to, if x is equal to 100 degree, y is also 100 degree. Y is equal to 100 degree because x and y are the opposite angles of it, because angle P and angle R are the opposite angles, opposite angles of a parallelogram, so they are equal. Parallelogram, so they are equal. Therefore, we got all the values. Then what are the values here? Angle Q is equal to 80 degree. Therefore, angle S is also 80 degree because the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Then angle P and angle Q are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. We know that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore, x plus 80 is equal to 180 degree. Then what is x? X is equal to 180 minus 80, that is 100 degree. Then therefore, if x is equal to 100 degree, the opposite angle is y. So y is also 100 degree because we already studied that the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Therefore, if x is equal to 100 degree, y is also 100 degree. Therefore, we find all the values of x, y and z. What is the value of x? X is equal to 100 degree, y is equal to 100 degree, and z is equal to 80 degree. So, you study all the properties of the parallelogram. Otherwise, we cannot do the problems like this. Okay? We can do more questions in the next class. Assignments will be given through Google Classroom. Thank you and